Hello everybody, I'm Sneaksy Gamer, and welcome back to Amnesia, The Dark Descent. I don't know if I even said the name of it in the first episode. The door leading to the local history room is locked. Is there another entrance? Okay, I haven't had the chance yet to investigate the loading screen stuff and see if I could fix that, because I'm recording this directly after the last one. That was definitely something. When I'm done recording this one, I may decide to stop recording for tonight and see if I can fix that stuff. Anything in the corner? No. Because I am almost certain, I can pretty much guarantee that's not the right loading screen things for the game. God, I hate that noise when your sanity is going down. Or when your sanity is low, I guess. What was that? Oh, lovely, a cave-in. Must find a new way out of this area. Yeah, pretty much. Floor plans? I don't know about that. Maybe it is, I don't know. I don't know the language. So I couldn't tell you. Kingdom of Prussia, Central Prussia. I honestly couldn't tell you if that's what those actually say or not on the doors. What the? Why did that note do that?
17th of May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
Okay, so something happened there. Okay. What about this? I can break it with that. Actually, I think I want to go over here first. The floor plans. Lots of them, it looks like.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble, and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
I think I just ran into something there. Oh well. Okay, now I can go through here. Might not be a good idea, but I can.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Local folklore. Altstadt and Brennenburg Castle, 1801. Another region with lore is Altstadt, something like that. Deep within the East Prussian woods, for centuries there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brennenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountains dressed with scattered lakes is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversation, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Altstadt in the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. Sorry, my eyes are bugging me. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Altstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? The Immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby Altstadt, and like most those of noble birth, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage, therefore the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of this country. Okay. And some of these notes, I don't know if these are actual story stuff or not either. Some of the notes may be related to custom stories, I'm not sure. But we have to activate these. Oops. Activate that one. And activate that one. There we go. Now, what did this say? Won't open, it's locked. Okay. And I just ran out of oil. My sanity has gone up because I solved part of a puzzle. Good. That's good, because it was getting a bit too low. Get out of here, chair. Regarding closing of the wine cellar, Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. What? It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they can rot for all I care. Maybe I will feed them some wine. It would in a sense solve both of my problems. So there's some weird stuff going on. What? Why did that just completely disappear? Okay, yeah, that's not normal. This door was locked before, but it's open now. Ah, local history. Now it's time to leave. Because we got the... what was it? The wine cellar key. Okay. That was a monster. And that noise, that music, I'm pretty sure means that the monster is out here. Let's see, shall we? That is definitely a monster. But is it out here or is it just noise? For right now. Let's see. Shall we? It won't budge. Okay. I don't know if I want to play around here. I'm just gonna go. Time to head to the wine cellar. The sand gave way to his tired body as he fell from the camel's back. He felt the wind gently sweep across his face and his dry, crusted lips. Ow! Ow! Not that crap. Gross. So what was down this way? Was I able to go down this way yet? No. Not that nasty. Blocks the way. It is tough and pliant. It can't be torn by hand or tools. Some sort of organic tissue blocks the path to the refinery. Can it be dissolved? Yes, it can. That's what we need the acid for. I should have gone down there first, but... oh well. Let's head to the wine cellar then. Okay. The statues were praying, gazing into the dark domed ceiling. Again, not sure if that's from this or if it's from custom stories. So until I'm able to figure that out, beware when standing in darkness. Yeah, sanity will slowly drain. The only problem is the light will make you much easier to see when you have something after you, so... which I will very soon.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
If an enemy is near, stay out of sight and hide in the darkness. Make sure to turn off your lantern if possible. So yeah, they're preparing me for an enemy. With good reason, there's one around here somewhere. That's not where I want to go. Picked up Cooperate. That's one of the things that I need.
Darkness. Closing in.
What the frick? Who said that? Ah. Refilled my lantern with drops of oil. Nice. I'm gonna try to do something here. I think I did it in the past. Okay, those are too heavy to lift. Pretty sure I did this in the past. Because these things fall on you when you grab this. Don't tell me. Yep, those are supposed to fall on you, but because I knocked them back, they didn't fall on me. So yeah, those were supposed to fall on me, but because I messed with them by throwing the things up there, they didn't fall on me, they just fell. Yeah. Okay, now we gotta clear the debris out away from the door. Can't move it. Ah. Come on. Come on, Daniel. You're stronger than this. You can do this. Come on. Come on. There we go. Now it's starting to tip things around a little bit. Get this boulder out of here and I can slide this out that way, but this boulder just doesn't want to move. Let's get that one out of the way. Maybe, if I can. There we go. Now if I get this one out of here. There we go. Oh, come on. This bottom end is supposed to... You know what? Screw it. I don't care. Come on. Alright, you know what? Give me a box. There we go. Now just because I'm going to knock this one down too. There we go. Okay. That sounded bad. What's in here now? I don't want to go there yet. Was this the right way? Was this where I wanted to go earlier? Okay, I guess it was. So, there's our first glimpse at the monster. I believe that one was purely cinematic. There was nothing that could happen with it, but... Anyway, a few cuts and bruises. Not going to use my laudanum just yet, because I'm going to need it later. After I start getting completely wrecked by monsters and stuff. But yeah, that was our first glance at the enemy. Almost an hour in, and we finally get to see what it is. Well, one of the enemies. There's more than one. And I may do some custom stories for this as well, because there's some that are really good, and there's some that are really stupid and really funny too. So I might just do some custom stories for this too. Because I really like them. Orpiment, whatever that is. Okay, now that go here, right? There wasn't anywhere else to go, was there? Nope, that was it. Okay. Now I will head back into that other area. Nothing. Okay.
What's happening? Oh, it feels like my chest is going to burst. Oh.
My God! Wilhelm, do something!
Oh, excuse me, it's Wilhelm.
Accept it. We're not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
So yeah, that something bad happened in here, as you can see by all the blood and body parts that I can pick up. Well, not pick up, but I can, like, squish them. I think I'm supposed to be able to pick them up, but it won't let me. Or not, it's just laying on the floor and I'm just going squish, squish with my hand. Anything in here? Okay. Aqua Regia. Wilhelm's last words. My name is Wilhelm, House of Garrick. These are my final words, my confession and testament. 2 years ago, I was summoned to the Castle Brennenburg as most of the aristocracy. I was curious about what this supposed Knight of the Order would want from me, and I accepted the invitation. The Baron was friendly and offered me a proposition. It dawned on me that the nature of the contract was sordid, and that the reason I was chosen was because of the follies of my past and not the honors I've been rewarded with during my time as a soldier. I was to kidnap healthy humans upon his slightest whim and do so without asking questions. In return, he would attest to my character at the royal court, advancing my position within noble society. I would like to claim that I struggled with my decision, but it came swiftly and I accepted wholeheartedly. Ever since that day, I've brought men, women, and children to Brennenburg. I can't remember the numbers, but there were many, perhaps even 100, none of whom were ever seen or heard from again. Tonight the Baron invited me and my men down to the wine cellar to celebrate our work. I had my suspicions as we descended the stairs, but he insisted and joined us in a toast. The wine tasted fine, and my men drank without restraint. So begins the punishment for our sins. The Baron has locked us up and returned upstairs. Forgive me for what I have done. I was weak and fell into his diabolic ways. My men are screaming. Their skin has been pierced by their own tangled bones. I feel my insides revolt against their God-given nature. Blood has begun to pour from my eyes, and I can no longer. So yeah, some bad shit happened. Very bad stuff happened here. Whatever the hell Alexander's doing in this place, it is not good. I was already in there, right? Yes. Okay, I've got the 4 chemicals. Cuprite, calamine, orpiment, and aqua regia. Regia, whatever. I don't know how it's actually pronounced. Okay, so let's head back to the lab and mix it up. The cloth smelled of desert and damp musk. The pieces lay scrambled on top. Too many of them, he thought, or perhaps too few. That sounds familiar. I think that one is part of the actual stuff. Ow! That stuff hurts. He sat down by the Casbah while gasping for air. Sweat poured from his forehead and onto the sand-veiled ground. This was the laboratory here, wasn't it? Yes. So, what we have to do is place this. Come on. Place it. Okay, maybe I have to place the chemicals first. Probably would in a real combination like that, but I don't think it actually matters right now. Pot of acid. Is that thing still down there? I think if... I don't know. These might save? I don't know for sure. It might be like a save checkpoint type thing. But now, would you look at that? The stairs have collapsed. The stairs have collapsed. Find a way to climb back up. Okay. That's not what I want. There we go. Okay. Okay, just place it for me. That works. Why can I not use that one, though? Okay, now, let's head back out into the entrance hall. It It became impossible to avoid. The commotion in the streets begged for his attention. As he opened the shutters, the French soldiers opened fire on the two young men fighting back. Their voices were silenced in a haze of gun smoke. I don't remember that. That might not be. Those things might not be. Stop it. A few cuts and bruises. Okay, I'm not doing too bad. So now, use the pot of acid here. Raid. You know what? I'm going to try something real quick. I wonder if I can get more acid. Probably shouldn't be coming back like this, but I want to see if I can get more acid. After enduring 3 days in Algiers, a sailboat was finally arranged to take him across the Mediterranean Sea to Gibraltar. Having reached British territory, it was just a matter of reserving a cabin on SS something. Wait, what? Why is that a thing? Sorry, I bumped the mic again. That's not where I want to go. Nope, can't get any more. Crap. Can I? Nope, it won't let me. Dang it. Okay. I just wanted to check. So, I guess it is time to go down this way and head into the next area, which is the refinery. Having reached British territory, it was just a matter of reserving a cabin on SS Hortensia, headed for London. Yeah, I don't think that's the actual storyline stuff. Maybe it is. I don't remember. It has been so long that I wouldn't be able to tell you either way. But that's all the time I have for this episode. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.